Hello! We will look at integrating 1099 miscellaneous data from ZOHO Books to tax1099.com in this short video. The first thing we'll do is check the tracking and rules to verify who should go to tax1099.com. After you log into ZOHO Books, click Reports. Under Taxes, click 1099 Report. I'm going to change our tax year to be 2015 just because we don't have 2016 data in the system just yet. This is where you map the expense accounts that are set up in ZOHO Books to where it should display on a 1099 form. Match each account to a box number. You can have different expense accounts pointing to the same box number. Click Generate Report. The report displays at the bottom of our page. At this point, you can confirm you have the correct tracking and rules and verify who should go to tax1099.com. Here we see that we have missing information. You can go back to your vendor list and fill in missing information. You don't have to. You can still update on the tax1099 side, but then you'd still need to update the data in ZOHO Books at some point too. Now let's head to tax1099.com and see how to pull the data over. After you log in to tax1099.com, go to Import ZOHO Books. Click Next to pull the data over. The Edit grid displays with the data we are importing. What we're hoping for is that all data is good. We verify things like whether the zip code has the right number of digits, that the state field was filled out, and so on. If base level validation fails, that is indicated by a red dot. We only have 2 records here, so everything fits nice and neat on one page. But if you have more records, I want you to know that by default it displays 100 records per page, and you can display up to 1,000 records at a time to make the review process easier. Also, you can click the filter icon in the flag column heading to view any recipient records with errors on this page. Any vendor you want to create a 1099 for needs to have a green dot next to the name. But before you fix the error, download the errors in the data by clicking the Download Error List button. It will give you a list of the records that need to be fixed in your source data over in ZOHO Books, or else next year you will get the same errors that come up. Let's correct our errors. I'll click on the recipient name and make the correction. Here we see we're missing our state, so I'll fill that out. I'll remove my filter so we can see the records again. We also have an error in our vendor record, so I'll fix that too. We now have a green light beside the payer and the recipient records, indicating we no longer have errors, though you can also use the Edit button to change box numbers or amounts here if needed. You also have the option to select multiple recipients or all payments for the payer and use the Apply to Selected Recipients option to change multiple box numbers. Now, if your data from ZOHO Books is clean, then your process would go smoother. We just wanted you to see these extra steps just in case. When updates to the data are complete, you can export the data to Excel or move forward with the process by selecting the applicable payers to import and clicking Next. Earlier, we talked about how you might have multiple pages of data. I want you to know that if you check Select All, it will select all records across all pages of data to import. Click Next. We receive a message that all records uploaded successfully. We have now completed the import process. Your next step is to submit and pay for the forms. There will be a separate video covering submission and payment coming soon.